Patrice O'Neal, one of the funniest comedians I've ever had the chance to see. It's funny because, with me being such a huge Bill Burr, actually, 7 minutes. Let's watch this. I'm gonna watch this. I've seen it before. I'm gonna watch this, and then afterwards, I'm gonna let you guys know how I found out about the name Patrice O'Neal. So I got my headphones here, and let's check out Patrice. Patrice, one of the funniest men to ever go on stage. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out. The worst wardrobe ever.
I'm not getting it.
At least for this show.
You ever feel like a terrible person when you're watching the news? Like you watch the news and no matter what's on, you just can't care. Like you try to, but it just 30,000 Chinese people died in an earthquake, and you're like, I'm gonna care about this. I know it. I know. Oh, wow. I don't give a damn. I believe in God, but I'm not deep into religion. I'm too afraid to not believe in God, I'm not an atheist. I'm before that, I believe in God when I'm on planes. I really believe in God. You ever try to make a side deal with God? Just when I get on planes, I look at some old lady struggling with her bags, having trouble putting it in overhead. And I'm like, wait a minute, lady, let me get that for you, ma'am. Let me put that heavy bag up there for you, because, look, God, look what a great guy I am helping this woman with her bags. You ain't gonna let the plane crash, are you, Lord Jesus? Because I'm a good person. And then when the plane lands, the lady's looking at me like, you want to get my bags? I'm like, no, what? I kept the plane in the air, you selfish bitch. I don't even believe in ground karma. I kept us all alive. Let somebody else handle the ground. I'm not getting it. It's hard to be honest, man. Honesty is not the greatest thing to be. It's just no one wants to hear, yeah. Especially your woman, she don't want to hear it. You ever have your girlfriend or your wife call you from another room and she's like, sweetie, and then immediately your stomach just goes, oh. Oh, what does she want? Oh, this is gonna suck, I know it. It's not gonna be good, because it's never good. You wanna hear what happened to me today? You'd be like, oh, not really. I always make my girlfriend tell me the end of any story she get ready to tell me first before I invest in the whole. I'd be like, shut up. What's the end of the story? Somebody got shot. All right, go ahead, try to tell the story. She starts off wrong all the time. You know my friend Diane, right? And here's why I mess up. I go, yeah, I remember. You don't remember, you're just saying that so I can tell the story faster. Well, why don't you tell the story faster? Who got shot? Did Diane get shot? She didn't get shot? Did she shoot somebody? She didn't shoot. Why'd you say Diane? Because she don't like guns. Why would you say that? Finish the story. Who got shot? Never mind now. You won't let me tell the story the way I want to tell the story. So I won't finish because you won't let me tell it with Diane, my friend who doesn't like guns and stuff. You want to know how to... Because men, it's hard for us to love you and like you at the same time. It is what it is. Once a man loves you, he no longer likes you usually. So I'm going to give you some advice, ladies, on how to keep your man liking you once he loves you, if that's possible. This is what I think. Men want to be alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves. Does that make sense at all? Meaning, really. Look at this guy looking at his wife like, not you, sweetie, but sort of you, kinda. We want you somewhere, like in the dwelling, just not here, like just like around the corner, in the vents. You can sit in the vent, I don't care if you want to watch me, but in the on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me, trying to be my friend. What you doing? What you doing? Watching baseball? Why you watching baseball by yourself? How come you didn't get me up? You snuck out of bed. Why you didn't get me up? I want to watch baseball with you. What you doing? Why you down here by yourself? Move over. Move your leg off that ottoman where it's comfortable so I can sit next to you and wrap my leg around your leg and some weird I love you hot vibe. Move over. Give me your arm. Give me your arm. Give it to me. Let me give it. Come here. Give me a kiss.
This is no longer becoming humor. It's becoming nightmares.
You love me? Say it. Say it. Mean it. What you doing? What you eating? A hamburger? You shouldn't be eating a hamburger at 11. It's too early to eat a hamburger. Let me go make you a better sandwich, a turkey sandwich on 47 grain bread with no mayonnaise and bean sprouts. Tastes like rat turds and twigs. Ain't that better? Ain't that better? A dry sandwich you don't want? Ain't that better? Why is the TV so loud? Well, turn it down. Ain't that better? Can't hear the TV, got a dry sandwich you don't want? Ain't that better? Why is it so cold in here? Why is the ceiling fan and the air conditioner? Turn it off. Ain't that better? Sweating, wrapped up into a hot vine, can't hear the TV, got a dry sandwich. Ain't that better? Why is it so dark in here? Let some sunlight in. Ain't that better? Can't see the TV, can't hear it. I gotta go, man. Y'all take care of it. Thank you very much.
Oh man, Patrice was great. My Patrice story. How I found out about Patrice O'Neal. I had seen his. I seen the cover of his special. I think it was Elephant in the Room on Netflix. I never watched it because I just thought he was some whack, not funny comedian that was just making people that was really uptight people laugh. And usually people like that, comedians like that, are not funny to me at least. Especially, with black comedians and me having so many, black friends and Hispanic friends, you would think one of them would have heard about Patrice O'Neal, but no one knew about him, so that's why I had those thoughts about him. I never watched it, and I always heard Bill Burr say Patrice O'Neal, funniest of his generation. I always thought Bill was just saying it just because he was friends with Patrice. Patrice O'Neal passed away, I think 2011. And I was just like, Bill's just saying it because that's his friend and whatnot. And then I came across the video. No, it was on Opie and Anthony, and it's a channel that puts up all the podcasts and I guess morning radio shows and whatnot. And I was always going to go. I always went there to listen to Bill's podcast. And I always would see Opie and Anthony, but never would check it out. But then I ran against this little compilation of appearances with Patrice and Bill on the Opie and Anthony show. And it was one of them, for those of you that's watching this that are Opie and Anthony fans, it was the segment where they did the midget sighting of the day, and the guy said he's seen a midget on a treadmill, and the next guy said he's seen a midget. He pronounced the midget dead. And that was when I found out that Patrice was funny and Bill was, I was a fan of Bill at the time. But both of them together off the top of the dome was extremely hilarious. And then I started watching some clips, and not clips, but started listening to some clips of Patrice on Opie and Anthony. And then I've been hooked ever since. That's like 2 years ago. And it's not a day in my life since then that I've gone by that I have not listened to Patrice O'Neal on Opie and Anthony. I will go days, not listening to like a Bill Burr podcast or, stand up, but there's not a day go by that I don't listen to Patrice on Opie and Anthony. When I woke up and took a shower this morning, while I was taking a shower, some clip from Opie and Anthony and Patrice was playing while I was taking a shower. Guys, definitely check Patrice O'Neal out. Wanted to die way too early. Extremely hilarious. One of the funniest people that I've ever seen. Especially his appearances on Opie and Anthony are hilarious. Guys, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Check out Patrice. Like, share, subscribe. Check your playlist, movie reviews, sports content. Till the next video, I am out of here.